Hello and welcome to Module 2 for MFA 507 X 2030. That sounds kind of sci-fi, I don't know anyway. Hello! Yes, this is your Professor Morgan. Let's go ahead and get to it. So you can get to Module 2 one of a couple of different ways, or you can just scroll down here and go to Module 2. Another way you can do that is you just go to the course menu, click on Learning Modules, and then go down to Module 2. And that's where we're going to go. Now, you will not see where it says facilitation notes. That's for me. So let's go ahead and get to see what you get to see. So Module 2. So last module, we talked about craft elements versus writing elements. And so now we're going to kind of focus more in on craft elements, okay? And so you're going to go ahead and you're going to read through the learning objectives in the module at a glance. Again, these videos that I create are more designed to just kind of show you how to do the things you need to do and to guide you along the way. So yes, we're going to be looking at craft elements, and we're going to be doing a few different activities to help us with that. So let's go to the next part, which would be it's spinning. There it is. The module overview. Again, last week we identified craft elements and discussed how they work with writing elements. So just go ahead and read through this, and it talks again about how it's important, how craft elements are kind of involved in stories, okay? And keep in mind that in Module 3, you will build on these concepts in a discussion post. There's also creative writing exercise. Yay! Next module, we get to do some writing. Woo! Okay, so you get to write a fictional scene, but that is not till next module, so don't worry about that. But just be aware that stuff we're going to be learning about in this module, we're going to be applying in next module. Because who doesn't love to write? Because that's what we do. All right, moving on to the next thing. Okay, so there's some different things that are going on. These are the readings and resources. There's a bunch of really great things in here that to help you as far as kind of get some ideas. I would read through these things and pick and choose kind of the things that kind of relate to you. Don't try to internalize all of these things right now, because it's just going to be too much, okay? And that's really not what we're trying to do. But do look through each one of these. Now, I did want to show you some of these are a little tricky to kind of access. So, for example, we need to access the Bath Short Story Award Anthology for 2016. So if you click on this link right here, it'll take us to this web page right here. Now you're like, okay, but where are the stories? Well, if you go over here to the EPUB full text, you can click on that, and it will absolutely then load up the stories. And then you can see over here, these are the different stories, okay? So it kind of suggested that I give you some recommendations. Honestly, I'm going to let you pick your own because I don't want to influence your writing. Okay, so maybe pick like 2 or 3 of these just to write. None of them are very long, but so that's how you. So like, let's say you wanted to read Blessing. Okay, well you click on that, and then it would open up the story. Ta-da! See how that works? Pretty darn cool. All right, so there is your list of resources that you can use for this. All right, moving on. Okay, then we get to the before we get started now. Make sure that you review the required resources, which we just showed you. In addition, pay attention to your instructor's announcement this week, as it includes a short non-graded lesson that will help you prepare for this week. So what's going to happen is there is one that is suggested by the school, which deals with setting, but I created my own little video. It'll be a separate announcement on point of view, and it breaks down the 4 major points of view. And then I will post a discussion. It's a non-graded discussion just to kind of kick it around of kind of like which point of view are you drawn to as a reader, which point of view are you drawn to kind of as a writer, the kind of pros and cons, just to kind of kick it around. But that will be explained in a different announcement, which again you would find an announcement. You'll find 2 announcements. You'll find this announcement that has this video, and an announcement that has the lesson on point of view plus kind of how you access the little that. Okay, so again, that's just kind of a lesson thing that we're going to be doing. Now let's get to the deliverables, which are gradable. Boom, 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 boom. The first one is the literary genre is a journal. Okay, so for complete this assignment, you're going to review the grading rubric, and we're going to talk about this in a second. Now, just so if you've been kind of just dozing off and kind of breezing through this, I need you to wake up for a second, because this is important. In the MFA program, they have asked us, as much as possible, when we're posting things in discussion boards and such, to do video recordings. That is something that they really want us to do. Now, there are some assignments which are done in text, some that you have the choice. But as much as possible, they want us to do video discussions and keep them to 3 minutes. And there is a very good reason behind that. It deals with, once you start, shopping your work, as it were, you need to be able to be practiced to talk about your work, and discussing it, and these video things will help you with that. Even the most introverted of introverted people, eventually you're going to have to talk about their work, and if that's scary to you, I know, I'm extremely introverted, believe it or not, but these is a great safe way to do it in a good safe environment, so I just recommend that. So let's go ahead and look at this particular assignment. Module 2, Journal, Guidelines, and Rubrics. So like, okay, what am I supposed to do here? Well, when you click on this, you get to the assignment. Now, okay, so this is basically, you get to respond to some prompts. Yay! Okay. Now, so you're basically going to be answering 3 questions in your journal. Okay, what does the term genre mean to you? Where do you see it operating in the book world? Describe the genre that gives you, that you think, rather, fits your own writing, and what ways you might fit or fall outside the genre's parameters. Okay, now for this one is actually something you can write, which is good. Okay, so you're like, but you just talked about videos. Yeah, I know, but this one's actually something you're going to write. So basically, at least 2 paragraphs in length. Okay, Times New Roman, double font. Okay, 1-inch margins. Okay, this is MLA formatting. So in Module 1, I gave you some examples, some videos to help you set up your paper in MLA formatting. It's very important that you do MLA formatting exactly correctly, because when you go to submit work to publishers, they're going to want stuff done in a very particular format. So the skill really isn't about MLA formatting, it's more about following directions. So if you do not do it exactly in MLA formatting, you will get dinged on this, with the citations and stuff like that. Okay, so just make sure you do that. So 2 paragraphs, MLA formatting, review the videos found in the announcements of how to do MLA formatting, and just respond to these. Okay, so there's that. So there's that first deliverable. Okay, and then how you do that is that you would save that as a Word document, and you would click upload, and then you would find your papers. Oh yeah, that's a bunch of stuff. Letter of recommendations, whatever. Okay, you'd upload it to there. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And I think it's skipped over to Module 3, which is not where we want to go, because there's more we have to do with Module 2. So let's see some other things we have to do. Okay, there's also a couple other things. There is 2 discussion boards. Okay, there's a discussion board here and a discussion board here. Where do you find these? Oh, wait a minute. Why don't these link directly to the discussion board? That's a good question. But we can still get there. So if we go to Course Menu and we go to Discussions and we scroll down, okay. Well, we figured out how to do this last time because we did this one. Yay, people responded. Good job out of you. Okay, now if I gotta log out of professor, I gotta log out of student mode to professor mode so you can see it. Okay, because it won't be quite active yet. Okay, so we go to Course Menu and we go Discussions. And now when I scroll down, we'll be able to see them. Okay. There it is. Discussion, analyzing craft elements. So this is one of your next assignments, which again is found in the module. So this is where you would post it, okay? But basically, the same information is found in your module, okay? In Module 1, you're introduced to craft elements and discuss the relationship between the 2. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to choose a short story from the Bath Short Story Award Anthology. Remember? That's this thing right here. Yes, we saw that. Okay, so you're going to pick a short story and take an inspiration from one of Ursula Le Guin's reviews. You're like, where the heck is that? Well, again, that's back under those readings and resources. There's a link to that, or you can also click right there. Basically, discuss one of the following, okay? Which of the craft elements, really stood out to you? Now again, we're talking about point of view, but it can be theme or plot or setting or character, anything like that, okay? So you're basically going to be discussing this, and how would you use the same strategy for your own work, and then respond to your peers. So you're going to be posting these just like we did for this time around. And this is, again, where we want you to really, we'd really prefer that you do videos. Now, you can do text. You know, I understand sometimes people are having a bad hair day, or they have laryngitis, or you know, a cold or whatever, okay? But as much as possible, let's put videos in here. And if you're not sure how to do that, there's a little link right here, how to add a video note to the discussion post. Please keep these discussions under 3 minutes, okay? That shows how to do that. Okay, so there is that discussion. Now, something else that we get to do this module is I put you into groups. Yay! You're like, what? Yeah. So you're into groups of either 3 or 4 students, and so there is another assignment. Let's go back to module. We're in modules, and we'll go back to module 2. Usually I can just arrow through and it goes right to it. So now we go to book groups. Okay, so basically there's module 2, that discussion I just showed you. Okay, that's the one where you do the video on based on, you know, you look at that, read a short story, and then you talk about it. This is the one where you do the 2 paragraphs, and then the last deliverable is the book group right here. So in this course, you participate in a book group, which will discuss the books you're reading for the course. This week, you will be assigned to your groups. Okay, read the opening 10 to 15 pages of your books. These 15 pages may include whatever, just read through that, okay? In the book group, briefly introduce yourself to the group, share what books you'll be reading for this course, and describe 1 or 2 craft elements you have observed in the book so far. Okay, whereas this one is dealing with that short story from the Bath, that short story anthology, this is from the book list, those 2 books that you picked, okay? And then you're going to be reading and assign that, and there is a rubric. So how are you going to get graded on that? Well, here's the book rubric. Okay, and these are videos. Yay, yay! So brush your hair and stuff like this. Okay, but for your post, you should do the following. And you just read through this. Okay, I want to make sure I'm very clear. Again, if you kind of dozed off to the, you know, just the monotonous of my voice, which I hope isn't the case, please listen up. Please listen up. It's very important to me that we are giving constructive criticism in a very positive, professional way, okay? And I agree or you are wrong. No, that is not helpful, not even in the least. We can give good, positive, constructive feedback in a way that is that will lift us up and help us out, because we're all in this together. Oh my gosh, I just did a High School Musical reel. Anyway, okay, but we are, and okay, that doesn't mean you're going to be perfect and you can't point out things where it can be improved. Okay, but our job here isn't to make other people feel, you know, or make us feel better by making other people feel worse. That's not the case, and so we really want a strong thing. So just please, 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 be very considerate. Be you know, clear, but be considerate in this. So read through this. This is your book rubric. Now, where are you supposed to respond to that? Well, if you go back to this, how am I supposed to respond to the book group? Okay, well, basically, when you click on here, it'll take you to the discussion board. The discussion board will be down here. And we scroll all the way down. So what's weird is that we have the discussions that happen per module, and then down here we have the group discussions. Woohoo! So there's the book group one right there. So again, we want to do videos for this one. All right, so there's a lot. So to quickly sum up, and one thing you will also see is there will be under general questions, I will have another post that'll have where you can post about point of view. Again, that's not graded. That is just for fun. Okay, so to quickly review, you have 3 major things that you need to do as far as submitting for this module. So let's go back to it real quick. Module 2. Okay, so the three things you're going to be doing is you're going to read a short story from the Bath, a short story anthology, and you're going to add a discussion to the discussion board, and you're going to respond to everybody. This is included to everyone. Everyone in the whole class does this one, okay? And so you can see everyone's responses. the journal right here. This is the one that you type up and you do an Mla formatting. Only you and I can see this one. So, okay, so that's a thing. And then you're going to be in your individual book groups. Sometimes you have 3 people in your group. Sometimes you have 4 people in your group. But I set that up, and then those are the only people who are going to see this. And then you're going to create a video where you're going to follow those directions. So those are the things you're going to be doing in this class. Also, there will be another announcement that has a lesson on point of view and a chance for you to have a discussion where you can talk about which point of view you're drawn to and stuff like that. So, all right, a little more to do this week, this module, but that kind of gets us rolling into what's going to happen for the rest of this the term. So please, please, please email me if you have any questions or concerns. I am here to help you. I want you to succeed, and I will do everything I can to help you, but I cannot do the work for you. All right, there we go.